Sorry about that. Had the stream sitting on nothing for just a minute as I was figuring out I have a new cat now, and I was trying to, before the stream started, get them going in a positive direction. They hate each other. So we're getting into stream today. If anyone has advice for getting cats to get along, then I mean, I've gotten a lot of advice already, but it is tricky to get cats to get along. I traded them rooms. Both of them have their side of the house, and so I switched their sides of the house. So that's been fun. Okay. So what we're looking at today, I think Derek was going to join. Possible that Derek was going to join. Let me send him a link. Yeah, I've been doing some pair programming on this stuff, and so I want to be ready for that. Okay, and let's look at some of the progress that we've had since the last stream. Going to full screen. I'll move this image over my other one. So we had Derek gave some heist salt documentation using the new pop create methods that we have. So heist salt has some starting documentation, and that's pretty nice. Let's see. Hey, welcome. We're live stream as well, if you weren't aware already. I'm pretty sure you can be heard. So I was just getting into looking at the stocks bootstrap PR that you had sent me.
Oh
This
yeah,
is for heist salt. Oh, you got branding in there and everything. Oh, nice. So this is just everything that came. Did you run pre-commit with this too?
that is running. Yeah, that's running with pre-commit against it. I'm pretty sure, because I think that heist salt already had pre-commit in there.
Oh, so the requirements didn't change a whole lot.
Yeah, there were certain things I had to do that were just like Knox file, for example. I had to kind of go in and just extend the Knox file a little bit. Add the logos just because heist is one of the salt project ones, and
I would just merge this one too, but it's
yeah, I want to make
heist
sure.
is more Megan's project now.
Yeah, I want to make sure that Megan gets a look at it. And I kind of just put in that, like, hey, here are the steps I ran to just generate these and did some extra little work. Because I noticed that it didn't, what's nice is when I ran seed and docs. And what I wasn't expecting was that, there yet. And so seed plopped a license file in there. And
Nice.
yeah, so it's kind of, and I did go in and also extend to have GitLab pages set up. Because then if people submit PRs, MRs in the future to this project, it's like easy to preview whatever like I have the link there, preview of DocSite right at the top. And so someone could go click on it to see if whatever someone's contributing, and kind of make it as easy as possible.
And it looks like you also had a PR into Pop Create that we need to look at.
Oh yeah. I was running
So
into,
long ago.
yeah, so I fixed most of the problems in Pop Create when it came to the test suite. And then I thought I fixed it in the last MR, but I noticed that there's something weird with the caching, or I guess I'm not sure. So when I tried to, for example, when I added pre-commit to the tests, because pre-commits needed now, since pre-commits can be run as part of bootstrapping a new project, that this then had to rebuild the entire tests requirements with pip
That's why this
compile.
is a little bit bigger of a PR. But
Yeah, because all those test.text were auto-generated based on updates. And so the weird thing though is that you'll see the pipeline, it fails immediately.
it skipped oh yeah. But why?
Well, go to the pipeline.
I'm looking at.
Yeah. So if you remember originally, I originally was just adding pre-commit into, see, what does it say here? Like, I don't really know what's.
Yeah, this is the one that failed. Pi39 test requirements.
Well, each of them actually. So it's kind of a, because so if you look at the last merge request I put in, it when it was merged, it did not fix adding pre-commit as part of the CI pipeline, but it made more sense to put pre-commit directly into the tests requirements, because if you commit, then the test would fail the same way. And I don't remember editing that pre-commit section and adding that whole bunch of new stuff.
It might have happened to test against it. So is all of this extra stuff inside of the pre-commit not intended?
It shouldn't, the pre-commit, oh wait, it's cut, that's why. It's because we never had running on Pop Create for the test.
So the tests failing is valid because we need pip tools to be able to compile this whole thing.
Yeah, because we're supposed to, what we weren't doing is that whatever's in the requirements tests directory structure was not auto-generated or with anything that was being placed into the test. So this is just based off of pretty much how we project with Pop Create. And so, yeah.
Well, it's someone building a new project from the ground up.
Right.
With pip and have all of this out of the box.
Yeah. Like when I was actually contributing to Heist, I saw that Heist was already doing it, which was good. But yeah, I'll have to like go. I probably need to run it locally a little and see why, because it's weird, because running it locally, I did not get this problem. And so then that's how I actually even generated all those text files, test suite, because because pre-commit did it when it ran. Disconnects somewhere where in GitLab CI, but then inside of pre-commit, it runs something else. And so yeah.
Should I test the same PR?
Yeah, you mean like pulling down what I have there and running it locally or something, or what? Or adding the. I'd be interested in what happens if you try to test it out.
Yeah, if I try to test this PR, let's see. I can't remember how I do that. Work in prop grade test checks. Let's fix these tests. I only have an hour today, so I got to be out by 3, but
Okay.
couch grant. Nice. It gives me some instructions. Cool. Review the changes locally. Run HTTP. How do I run the tests? Because pre-commit passed, but I've never actually run the tests with Nox. Okay, and that worked. Oh, I just need to type Nox. That can make sense.
So I just put in Twitch chat, one that's the Python PyTest call, and then the other is the Knox one equivalent, which you might already be doing something similar to it. But I think pre-commit is yeah, pre-commit's problem isn't related to this. Pre-commit's problem is weirdly associated with its pre-commit.
Yeah, pre-commit passed
It's
locally,
failures.
but
Yeah.
then Nox fails when it does pre-commit for those different Python versions. Or it fails when we try to install. So is it the version of pre-commit?
Well, wait a minute. Are you?
Let me just do a.
I think because your Twitch stream's a little lag, so I'm trying to see. That's all right. It's a little. I'm trying to see where the. Okay, there's your Knox command.
Wait, hold on. It freeze. Oh, okay. .293 is the version of pre-commit I'm on locally. How about you?
Let me check. I'm 2.10. I'm wondering. No, wait a minute. This reminds me. I think Bryce was telling me this the other day. Hold on a second.
Maybe it's the version of pre-commit. That's the thing that's different since Black is passing locally. Maybe if we go into this tests.in and change this to. Oh, this is the wrong project. Oops. Pre-commit. Oh, you're saying greater than equal to 211.0.
Wait in the. Oh, I see. So I should have done whatever is in that minimum on the pre-commit config file. I'll do that as a test and just see if I could update that merge request.
Yeah, what is the minimum in that file?
It is 2.10.1.
2.1? Wow.
No, 2.1, 0.1.
Oh, 2.10.1.
But I'm realizing now that I think about it, I used because we're inheriting a different GitLab CI uh, job, right? From the
Yeah.
CI/CD.
I'm wondering then if I upgrade my pre-commit, if I hit I'll upgrade pre-commit, if my test would then fail. If my local pre-commit would fail. No, it passes.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just that my pre-commits pass without any errors locally with all the changes that I have. And then it completely goes out in the GitLab CI pipeline.
Ugh.
And I do know that there's a kind of a workaround, I guess. But the workaround would mean that it would only work locally if you're, because if you run that Python, so wait, so is Knox not passing for you then?
No, it doesn't pass for me locally.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Did you run? So I have the Python PyTest, the integration test working. If you do that Python that do a PyTest call, let me check if that still works as expected. I'm on Python 3.8, by the way. On Python 3.6 or 3.7, it will fail. Okay, so I do have a few failures that are.
But why is black failing? Does it work differently in?
No, black, what you're seeing right there.
Oh, that's from the test.
Yeah.
The integration test.
Yeah. That's the when you spin up a brand new project.
Right.
We
and
apply black immediately to the results. Yeah.
Okay, so some tests are failing here because.
So that's technically considered a pass up there. It will only be, you see at the bottom. Oh,
yeah, I'm seeing all of these are the failures that I'm seeing now.
Yeah, so you'll have to wait to see at the end whether Knox says, okay, here we go. Now you're starting to see failures. And keep in mind, a lot of these have been broken previously, and I've been sort of fixing.
Right, you didn't break them. Yes, I'm wondering if there's a way with Knox to, if PyCharm does Knox. That is. Cool.
So one thing I see for my errors is it says AIO logger.handlers is not a package.
Huh.
No module named AIO logger.handlers.streams.
So I'm just gonna go back to master branch and see if what tests are failing there.
Yeah, you'll see that the one thing I could have done is it was the very final commit I did in my last merge request. And maybe we should just undo it. But the problem is if we undo it, it's actually just not working. But
This directory that it,
created by the test suite, and that's associated with what gets uploaded to GitLab CI to show the difference and changes in errors. And it's, I
Probably
believe it's
in
generated
the-
by coverage.
that should probably show up in the ignore then.
Oh, is it not in there?
Maybe it was, and when I switched branches, it didn't get rid of it for some reason. Okay. Looks like I'm still having test failures.
Yeah, so before my change,
Okay.
yeah, there are test failures either way. One, I run into those pre-commit failures. And that's the piece that is passing on master right now. And so my introduction of updating the test suite requirements files actually broke everything. Well, like you said, it's already broken, except
So maybe we go back to the last stable state since it was only 2 commits ago, and then add the things that you're adding.
well, no. So the thing is that the test suite has been broken for a long time.
Oh.
I don't know if you haven't, yeah, if you go look at the pipeline history, what I was initially doing was I was like, oh, all this stuff is broken. And so then I started just, and so I almost fixed, if you remember, because 3.6 and 3.7 don't work because of an shutil introduction, but 3.8 and 3.9 do work, except my piece was I wanted to add pre-commit to the test suite because pre-commit is required to even do the integration testing.
Let's decide what to do about that shutil introduction then.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends on.
Here it is. Here's the issue. So this specific variable, or this parameter, does exist okay, doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not there in Python 3.6 and Python 3.7.
Correct. Yep.
So we could say, what happens if we get rid of it? Curious. I'd imagine things wouldn't work. Feed. File exists. Add it. We're okay. Yeah, we need that parameter.
Yeah.
So we could get it from an external library, possibly.
Yeah, I'm wondering where it was before it became part of the standard library, if it was one of those, something of an external package on 3.6 and 3.7.
Maybe this is the answer, is to write our own. Something like that. Okay, no more shoot till copy tree.
I'm gonna try doing the same exact changes in my MR in a new branch just to see what kind of behavior I get with GitLab.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, I'm rebuilding the stuff in my branch, and I'll check how that all works.
Ooh. A test would normally pass locally. What is going on? Hmm. Oh.
Okay, I think I might know what the issue is that those files, TI on Python 3.6, and I don't know if that it's causing weird errors. At least for my problem, which I know is different than what you're working on.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Function called copy tree. Okay, I think I've got it. A custom copy tree option that does not use S-pass for it. I've got it.
Awesome.
Custom copy tree. I'll do good practice now. I'm making that line.
You're going from master as is right now and adding to it.
Yeah, going from master as is.
Cool.
Pre-commit was failing on master as is. Okay.
No, pre-commit was passing on master, but the jobs that get launched, the test jobs fail. And the reason the test jobs fail is because pre-commit wasn't properly being loaded as a dependency for tests. So what you should see is you should see pre-commit pass. Yeah, now the problems you'll see is that because pre-commit isn't loaded from the tests files, it will have some strange problems. But I think I might have figured out how to fix pre-commit to properly be okay with it in the dependency tree, because it's never had to rebuild the dependency tree before for pop create, because we've never had it in pre-commit.
Oh, so if we just run it locally, it'll be okay.
Yep, that's what happens. That's why when you run the tests locally, you're like, oh, cool, it's passing as expected, because you have, I have pre-commit installed. And then, but once it hits GitLab CI, it doesn't have it there.
Where was the failure? In this post-gen project, I have these missing OK equals true, but apparently this doesn't work. We'll just copy this try accept and just do it this way.
Okay, so I got pre-commit working on a branch of mine now, and I'll see if I get any new errors other than, because then what I'm expecting is 3839 will pass. So half of the jobs will fail and half of the jobs will pass.
Python 3.6 is old Python now.
That is correct. Is the oldest still supported Python.
And it'd be nice if we just had the latest. Whew. So I'm reaching the end of, I've got to duck out soon.
Okay.
Another meeting at 3, but where are we leaving off? And we just want to stabilize pop create, and we're getting these tests passing, and then we'll go back to adding features like crazy.
Yeah, what I was gonna do is, since I used it, I tested it out for high salt, and I'm gonna start digging into like item cloud docs and stuff to start getting them set up.
Oh, and based on a viewer suggestion, by the way, I did make it so that we're using JSONnet, is that the way you say it? In our cloud spec config. Create item. In this init.py, we're parsing JSON with JSONnet, which means we have all of those functionalities when we're writing these spec files. We can have comments in here. We can have functions and logic inside of the cloud spec thing. Maybe that'll give us something really good. Who knows?
Okay, is it like part of the automated testing too, to like parse?
I don't have any testing for pop create item yet.
Okay, yeah, I tried. That was actually one thing I do want to talk to you at some point, is pop create item, because I tried testing it out and I had some trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll stabilize pop create, and then we'll get back to pop create item and make it super stable and test this cloud spec in action with Bodo Core and with some VMware stuff.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, man.
So that I'll see you tomorrow, and for streamers, keep watching the stream. We'll see you Friday. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, arguments, rebuttals. You like the direction where we're going? Pop create starting to look awesome. I hope so. And the goal isn't pop create for the sake of pop create or pop create item for its own sake. The goal is we want to start pumping out clouds. We really want to get a lot of cloud functionality. We need to get GCP functionality in. We need to tweak. We need to tune up item AWS. So, and this is a precursor to being able to do that well. So that's why we're focusing so much on pop create right here. So thank you for joining. See you Friday.